Soccer, or as the rest of the world calls it, football, is a sport in transition. Legends like Messi and Ronaldo are in the twilight of their careers, and they're ready to pass the torch onto the next crop of Wonderkids like Mbappe and Haaland. However, there are also other players who are just as world-class, but they happen to slip under the radar. So today is their time to shine as we're highlighting the most underrated soccer players out there right now. First up, let's talk about Ben White. When Arsenal spent over $60 million to sign Ben White from Brighton, a lot of people questioned that move. And for a while, it seemed like Gunners had made a grave mistake, as the 24-year-old defender really didn't have the best start to his life in the Emirates Stadium. However, what looked like a strange addition to an already shaky defense at the start of the Premier League season has since transformed into one of the most robust options for Mikel Arteta's side. Not only has Ben White turned the ship around for himself, he's also proven that he's very capable of improving this young Arsenal side. Not only is he strong in the air, but he's also super good when it comes to anticipating passes and intercepting them. And of course, while he doesn't have the bulkiest of frames, he more than makes up for it with his intelligent positioning. Thanks to his contribution, we've seen the Gunners rally up and climb into the Champions League places. Next, we have Ivan Perisic. Perisic's been in the game for a while now, but despite turning 33 earlier this year, he continues to be one of the most gifted wingers of this generation. Not only is he the main man for Inter Milan these days, but he was also integral to Croatia's incredible run to the 2018 FIFA World Cup final. The Croatian plays wide on the flank, but he has a habit of cutting in and scoring crucial goals for his team. Some people even call him the second coming of Arjen Robben. But the truth is that the Inter Milan winger still doesn't get enough credit for his contributions over the years. And even this season, he continues to prove important for Inter Milan, who are hot on the heels of the league's leaders, AC Milan, with only 1 point separating them. However, this season under Simone Inzaghi, Perisic has taken up the role of a wingback, providing width on the attacks and tracking back to help with defense. And to nobody's surprise, he's still thriving in this defensive role, scoring 5 and assisting 3 in 32 appearances for the Nerazzurri this season. And then we have Andreas Christensen. Christensen has always been on the edge of greatness, but he's never quite broken through into the world-class debate. In reality, though, the Chelsea youngster is one of the best defenders in the Premier League. He gets a bad rap for being fragile and lacking strength, but over the past couple of years, he's really shown that he's intelligent enough to pocket even the most ruthless strikers in Europe. Not only did he play an integral role in Chelsea's UEFA Champions League triumph last season, but he also continues to rack up world-class performances against some of the best attacking sides in the world. Of course, like all other defenders, he can still have, an off day here or there, but at 26 years of age, he's only getting better with each passing season. His time at Chelsea, however, seems to be coming to an end as he prepares for the summer's transfer to Barcelona, and maybe he'll finally get the credit he deserves when he's at the heart of the defense at Nou Camp next season. And next on the list is Danny Ings. Ings was one of the most promising young talents when he made the switch from Burnley and decided to don the Liverpool shirt. However, his time at Anfield was plagued by injuries, and he never managed to make an impact for the Reds, resulting in a loan spell at Southampton. For the Saints, however, the 29-year-old was absolutely explosive. He went on to score 22 goals in the 2019 to 2020 Premier League season, and he became only the third player in the entire history of the club to reach the 20-goal mark in a season. Not only that, but he also came back to haunt Liverpool in the following season, scoring against his former side in a 1-0 win. This season, however, Danny Ings has made the move to go to Aston Villa, but he hasn't quite hit the ground running just yet, dipping in and out of form. He did score an absolute belter against Newcastle, though, winning the Goal of the Month award for 2021. All of that being said, when he's fully fit, Ings is one of the most lethal strikers in Europe, and would slot right into any lineup. Next up is Gerard Moreno. Moreno's had a strange career, we can say. For most of his youth spent trying to get into the Villarreal first team, and even when he did make the jump to the Spanish side's senior squad, he really didn't make quite the impact that he had hoped for. This resulted in him getting loaned out to Mallorca, and then later being sold to Espanyol. The move to Catalonia, however, did wonders for him and his career as he seemed to get a bit of a second wind. And after 3 successful years there, Moreno returned to his boyhood club Villarreal. Only this time around, he was seeking redemption. And boy, redemption did he get as he finished the 2019 to 2020 season as the top scorer in the league with 18 goals. And then he raised the bar again by scoring 23 goals the following season. The 30-year-old, who also was instrumental in Villarreal's run to the Europa League trophy last season, scored 7 in that tournament. And he's still reaching for the stars with his side's incredible Champions League run to the semifinals this season. But despite being Villarreal's top scorer of all time with 83 goals, he's still never mentioned in the top striker conversations. And maybe it's time to change that. And then we have Joel Matip. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool side is without a doubt one of the strongest Premier League sides we've seen, probably ever. They are this absolutely lethal attack force thanks to players like Salah, Maine, and Jota. But their defensive robustness is what really provides them the platform to build that attack. Within that defense, though, most of the praise usually goes in the direction of Virgil van Dijk, Rakitic, who finished a runner-up for the Ballon d'Or in 2019. However, his partner in central defense, Joel Matip, never really gets any of the credit that he deserves. The 30-year-old German is one of the most dependable center backs in Europe, and he's done an excellent job at Liverpool. He's also one of the main reasons for their recent success in the Champions League and the Premier League. Even his manager said in a press conference that he's the best free transfer that has ever been made. So if Klopp thinks that Matip is great, then I think we should all think that too. Next up is Domenico Berardi. Berardi is probably one of the most low-key players in Europe right now. I mean, there's little to no buzz surrounding his name. But in truth, the 27-year-old Italian is about as world-class as it gets. Not only has he been incredibly consistent in the Serie A over the past few years, but he's also one of the key reasons Italy won the UEFA Euro 2020 last season. In terms of pure technical ability, he's one of the most gifted wingers out there. His decision-making in the final third is just immaculate, which is why he's capable of scoring and assisting from the flank. So whether you need a cross whipped into the 6-yard box, or someone to cut in and fire into the top bins, Berardi's your man. And so far this season, he's already scored 10 and assisted 11 goals in Serie A. And maybe the reason he continues to fly under the radar is the fact that he's still playing for his boyhood club Sassuolo after all these years. But with the attention that he's been getting from scouts all around Europe, we wouldn't be surprised if he makes the jump to a big-time club in Europe pretty soon. And at number 1, Christopher Nkunku. A graduate of the Paris Saint-Germain Academy, Nkunku took some time to settle into RB Leipzig for a couple of seasons. However, the 24-year-old French midfielder carved his name into the history books when he scored a hat-trick against Manchester City in the Champions League. And ever since that day, he's never looked back. He's great with both feet, and he's got a knack for popping up during important moments and scoring some crucial goals. He's scored multiple braces since his hat-trick this season, and he really doesn't show any signs of slowing down. He's quick, and he's agile, but his ability to somehow muster up stamina even during the closing stages of a match make him one of the most reliable midfielders in the world. And after this explosive season with RB Leipzig, we're sure that the other top clubs are already looking in to swoop in and lure him away in the next transfer window. And with that said, despite all the praise he's been getting lately, it's still nowhere near what he deserves. But since he's only 24, there's plenty of time left for him to prove himself on that big stage. And that's a wrap up for today's video. So, who do you think is the most underrated soccer player in the world right now? Let us know in the comment section below. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one.